Hello and welcome to today's July 29th second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. Today I want to cover some stimulus check information. I want to share how 26 million more Americans might be getting a stimulus check. I also want to cover some federal unemployment information and also discuss what I've been researching about the student loan situation. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. You're amazing. And if you're not, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, now yesterday I let you know that Senator Mitch McConnell had unveiled his stimulus package called the HEALS Act. The second stimulus check will be $1,200. Adult dependents will be included this time around. This means that kids and also dependents will get $500 as of right now, okay? This also means that college students will be included if they depend on their parents. It also means that adults who were claimed by somebody else as a dependent will be included this time around. Now, they are not going to retroactively make up for that in the CARES Act 1, but going forward, if there's more stimulus, then you will be included. This means that SS, SSI, SSDI, railroad benefits, and VA recipients will be included. Now, the new plan from Republican senators has a potential loophole that was not offered by the Democrats' HEROES Act. In the new plan, as of right now, there is no cap on how many children or dependents you can have in your tax filing. With the HEROES Act, there was a cap of 3. If this passes, this would open up checks to 26 million more Americans and American families. So that's a big deal. 26 million is a big number. Senator Mark Rubio of Florida has called for making Americans who are married to a non-citizen eligible for the money because they are married to an American citizen. This would also include their children, provided that they were born and are considered American citizens. Marco Rubio is trying to get this demographic of people included as well. The Republican plan protects the stimulus check from federal and state collections, as well as bank garnishments as of right now. The one exception is if you are behind on child support, they are going to withhold that money like they did in the first round of stimulus checks. Prisoners who were incarcerated for the entire 2020 year will not be eligible. If you were not, you may need to file for that on your next tax filing in order to get that money. And then as far as dead people go, if you died prior to January 1st, 2020, you would not be eligible for a stimulus plan. But if you died after that in the year 2020, then you will be included, and it looks like your spouse would not have to return that money. Okay, so now let's go over some research and information regarding the unemployment situation. Senator Chuck Grassley, who introduced the bill that includes the unemployment benefit proposal, said, "We'll maintain some of the current boosted benefit, while responsibly honing programs to target help where it is needed. This transition from a flat rate to a replacement rate of about 70% of lost wages is a better approach. Regardless, the boosted unemployment benefit is significantly more than the Democrat Senate and President proposed during the 2009 crisis. And it doesn't pay most people more to sit at home than to go back to work." Now, I mentioned in a previous video what he's talking about was during 2009 when the Democrats controlled the Senate and there was a Democrat president. At that time, they only did $25 per week. So anyway, he's trying to put those two side by side to show that the Republican plan right now is generous, even though it's less than the $600. Now, I found this to be really interesting. This is research from the University of Chicago. They said that 68% of those eligible for unemployment insurance received more than what they lost by losing their job. So 68% earned more. And the median income that was replaced was 134% more than what they were making. And about 20% of eligible unemployed workers will receive benefits at least twice as much as their lost earnings. So not taking sides, not being Republican, not being Democratic, I can see why there is concern over keeping the $600 per month with the taxpayers footing the bill. 134% wage replacement, 20% of people on unemployment earning twice as much. I can see why there's a concern. Now, listen, I know people that have been unemployed and they're making less than what they used to make, and I know many people who are making more, and so I don't judge them for making more because that was government policy. So don't judge the person, judge the policy, but I think this is why they're saying they can't allow this policy to continue. Senator John Cornyn of Texas said that he has heard worries from the hotel industry, restaurant industry, barbershop industry in Texas that they are unable to rehire people because of those high unemployment rates. So what will happen is if they can't rehire those, then that business will have to give back the PPP money, and it will make the thing even worse than it already is. So now there's a risk of those businesses being ineligible for the PPP funds that are sitting in their bank account waiting to pay people to come back to work, but people aren't going back to work. So anyway, these are just some of the concerns. Again, I'm trying to remain unbiased while I deliver this information. Democrats have held their own views on this issue. In recent weeks, Democrats have said that the extension of the $600 benefit is non-negotiable. Yesterday, however, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said to CNN that it is not $600 or bust. He went on to say that it's $600 or nothing, no, that's not where we are at. We are prepared to discuss this, but we're also not prepared, however, to let down the American people, to let down the states and cities and local government who hire people who are meeting this pandemic crisis, including health professionals. So basically, they're going to go to bat for it. Now, I said in previous videos, one side wants 200, the other wants 600. My guess is there's going to be some compromise in between. So it wouldn't shock me if it goes higher than 200, but it would shock me if it goes back up to the 600. Okay, now let's cover some student loan information. There's not a lot out there, but Senator Lamar Alexander, a Republican from Tennessee, has proposed a new student loan repayment plan in which student loan borrowers with no income would not have to make student loan payments at the end of the moratorium in September. Alexander also proposed that monthly student payments should be 10% of a student's discretionary income. Effectively, if you don't have income come September 30th, you shouldn't have a loan repayment, and they will work with you on an individual basis depending upon if you are employed or unemployed. So that's good news. That's the first that I've seen about anything really in about 60 days or so. Okay, it looks like there could be more help in the form of PPP money and also EIDL loan money from the SBA. Senator Mark Rubio of Florida has introduced a new idea where a small business would be able to take a loan at a very, very small interest rate, probably around 1%, but then it would have a 20-year time frame. So unlike the PPP, where it would be 100% forgiven if they follow the rules, this one would at least have some interest and a repayment time frame connected to it. If you found this video helpful, will you give it a like? I so appreciate how much you guys like my videos. That's how YouTube knows whether to share this information or not, and I appreciate you sharing it on social media. Now, I'm not going to do a YouTube live tonight. It's the first Wednesday. I won't be with you in 4 weeks, and it makes me sad. But tonight, I am going to release an interview that I did at 8 p.m. Eastern with a very intelligent man where we talk about how to make more money, what are the best investments to be making right now, and how to get yourself into an abundance mindset. So I hope that you'll support me in watching that. and give it a like and your comments. And I hope that you gain value from the interview just as I did. Okay, now this is kind of cool. My channel has over 30 million views, which means that I have been able to personally remind people that they are amazing close to 30 million times. What a blessing that is in my life to be able to remind people of how incredible and amazing and essential they are. Anyway, I want you to know that you are amazing, and I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.